out to distinguished gentlemen. Actually, I'm just over here getting ready for work. See, I do care about you guys, okay? I'm the one who put in the work, putting in the time. Rain or shine, I'm the one who's here for you, okay? Daddy's here for you. Let's get into our Week 9 Murder Valley's Finest recap with yours truly, Commissioner Distinguished Dukes. That's my stage name. Jumping in, okay, guys? Week 1 matchup was yours truly, $5 footlong against Chafing Pinatas. And of course, Luke takes another loss, right? 137 to 126. I get the dub, even though Dak Prescott, a second impressive outing with 374 yards and 3 touchdowns. 37 fantasy points is not enough when both of your running backs are combining for 10. Tua Tagovailoa, unfortunately, I put him in instead of Jalen Hurts, leaving 31 points on my bench, but still able to pull it out. Rachaad White, best game of the year so far. Jake Ferguson, another stellar outing from the tight end in Dallas. And Tank Dell, back fresh off of injury, 29 fantasy points with 6 catches, 114 yards, and 2 TDs. Dalton Schultz, also in Luke's tight end, pun intended, 10 catches for 130 yards and a touchdown, 29 points, his second highest scorer in his lineup. Unfortunately, not enough. And Luke takes his 7th loss of the year, 137 to 126, yours truly. We all know what a roller coaster ride fantasy football can be. And of course, Jason, high scorer last week, takes a loss this week. Orange Crush, Tyler comes out with a win, 131 to 91 this week, behind another outing from Joe Burrow. Josh Jacobs finally has a decent game with 21 points. And it seems like tight ends are on a roll. 18 points from Dalton Kincaid with 10 catches and 81 yards. Jason gets a mediocre game from Alvin Kamara, decides to roll the dice on Will Levis, 262 yards and an interception. Yeah, 11 points isn't going to do it in your QB spot, bro, okay? Bang my line for a fucking QB trade. Mediocre outings from pretty much everybody else in his lineup. He doesn't break the 100-point mark this week and takes his 5th loss, 131 to 91, the final. Matchup number 3, neither one broke the 100 mark here. Chaco Dave ekes out a win, 99 to 87 over Zach. Team Burris continues to be, unfortunately, one of our lower scorers. Josh Allen, all right, 28 points, 258 yards, and 2 total touchdowns. Again, on the ground, right? Looks like the artist formerly known as Josh Allen, if you will. But 0 points from Gabe Davis, a combined 12 points from all 3 of his wide receivers. Talk about dumpster fire. Chaco Dave, Jesus Christ. Chaco Dave, not much better as he gets, Jesus Christ, hang on. Chaco Dave is not much better as he combines for, I'm still not getting it. Chaco Dave, not much better. 0 points from Bills defense this week and a combined 99 points from his lineup. Still good enough for the win, but not good enough for the league. Matchup number 4, Battle of the Senior Citizens over here as Travis takes out Jolo, 128 to 97, and picks up another win this week, his 5th on the season. Sam Howell, I guess, is a decent intermittent quarterback with 22 points come there. He gets pretty much average outings from everybody else in his lineup except for Darrell Henderson Jr. They can't figure out the backfield in Los Angeles, but what's changed in the last 6 years? Justin Herbert, very poor outing against the Jets, who I guess the defense is their only shining light at this point, but only 7 points from your QB spot. Not going to do it, Jolo. And Travis Kelce fucking just bites the big one this week. 4 points. He only gets 3 catches for 14 yards. I guess if Taylor Swift isn't in attendance, then he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with his life. So figure it out. Shake it off. Shake, shake, shake it off. 128 to 97, the final. Better luck next week. Last matchup for week 9, 174 to 148. Raymond gets the win over Ashton. Game of Mahomes takes out RIP Odell. As you'd expect, 23 points for Patrick Mahomes. Combined 37 points from his running backs. Not bad with Austin Eckler and taking a roll on Gus Edwards, who gets in the end zone twice this week. And CeeDee Lamb, 11 catches, almost 200 yards, finishes with 191. That's good for 30 fantasy points over there. Ashton actually gets fantastic outings from a bounce-back game. Deshaun Watson comes back from injury, gets 2 touchdowns, some 219 yards passing. And Ramondre Stevenson and Amari Cooper, they combine for an additional 48 points. But unfortunately, Ashton's going to take the loss this week. His 7th loss. He and Luke are sitting at the bottom of the league at 2-7 this year. 174 to 148, the final. Speaking of distinguished gentlemen, or well-traveled, well-cultured, well-bald, I bring you, once again, everybody's favorite guest speaker.
Murder Valley's finest, Coach Dragon here, right? Choco Dave, first place, Murder Valley. Just checking in from Soldier Field. All right, in Chicago, we got Thursday night football, Bears, Panthers. You know, just repping Chi-Town. Let's go. Bears versus the Panthers might be the dumbest game ever, and I've seen two retards fuck. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to under 17 points. We'll see. We're checking. So the game's over. God-awful performance. Just no offense. God-awful game.
DJ, I hope you enjoyed your time in Chicago. I'm glad you were able to win those tickets out of a Cracker Jack box because nobody's paying money for that shit. Appreciate you sending in videos as always. I know everybody loves to see it. You can throw in a little bit of emotion here and there though, okay? It just looks like I'm staring at a 70s porn stash on Phil Collins, you know, for fucking 6 minutes. Try cracking a joke once in a while or something, huh? Jesus Christ, where's the New Orleans DJ at? Guess he left his tits in Mardi Gras. And now to the end, your Week 9 high score this week is going to be Game of Mahomes with 174 points behind CD Lamb and Chargers D, wild enough. And back at the bottom, his favorite spot to be in, your power bottom, ladies and gentlemen, Team Burris. Zach with 87 points. Not cutting it out this season, brother. Time to pick it up. I know Christmas is right around the corner, but make sure you think about your faithful commissioner, all right, before you go out and buy a nice fucking pair of pantyhose for your husband. All right? Thanks so much for tuning back in, guys. Week 9 is already behind us. Week 10 has begun. But once again, it's always been a pleasure to be your commissioner. I'll see you after Week 10. Commish out.